Free organic tomatoes, donation from Eden Valley Institute. So everybody's trying to do their own little part, and this is our little part. We had a connection with Eden Valley. It's you've probably seen them if you're local in the farmers markets, but it's this amazing property just west of Masonville. They have massive acreage and a ton of big greenhouses full of these organic, big juicy tomatoes. And I tell you what, like, if you haven't had a tomato like one of these, you haven't had a tomato. So what happened was they were on evacuations and they couldn't harvest 1 week, and so all these are starting to go bad. They also have some strawberries and raspberries that they gave us. But yeah, so we've had about 4 or 5 people stop by so far. One lady took 2 flats and she said she was going to can them all, and we were like, okay, I guess. You know, I wanted to try to sparse them out a little more, but yeah, we're just trying to get rid of them because they're just sitting in the back of the car right now and they're going to start spoiling. A few of them already had mold on them, but these are some perfect canning tomatoes, so I wouldn't mind taking a few myself if I wanted to put forth all the effort of canning. It's a big job. I've done it before and it takes a lot of prep work and all that, but it is worth it for some of these beautiful organic tomatoes. So yeah, that's just one little thing we're trying to do for the local community. We had a contact and it's like, hey, got any food? And they're like, yep, we have a bunch that are going to spoil if it's not given away quick. Happy box. Back at home, well fed. What the heck is that?
I'm scared of it.
I don't know. It's pretty weird. Come somebody else, maybe. They don't want your tomatoes. All right, headed up to some neighbor friend's house of ours today. They had about 10 trees, I think she said. This older couple, he's a World War II vet. Awesome people. And yeah, they needed a little bit of help cleaning up. It's a nice sign, huh? Somebody made up. Firefighters, thank you. Yeah, they needed a little help cleaning up their yard. A bunch of bushes got burned. Like I said, about 10 trees, and she wants to do her best to try to save as many if she can, rightly so. And so yeah, I'm gonna head over there, see what I can do to help out. And I got the big truck if we have to load up a bunch of black stuff. As you can see, I'm wearing the appropriate colors because, man, that soot can get pretty dirty. Get everything covered in black. But yeah, I haven't actually driven all the way up here just yet. That's how curious I am, right? That's how I've been kind of busy lately, but here goes nothing. This is the first time I'm driving all the way up this road since the last time I was here to check out the old place that burned down, and see what other kind of carnage we can see up ahead. Looks like there's maybe some power company trucks still up here. Let's see what we can see. These guys said their corner of the deck got burned, it looks like. A little too close for comfort on their place. This place amazingly made it. The golden metal roof here. They'll have fire right up to the edge of the house. And there's a real, all those trees too. There's a real beautiful, like, rustic cabin up here that I do believe was burned, tucked away on the top of the mountain up here, tucked away in the woods. And man, we always thought this place was so beautiful. That place made it. And this backyard looks a little toasty. But I was back in here. It's an awesome little rustic wood cabin. I don't think she's no longer with us, unfortunately. Another casualty of the Alexander Mountain Fire. Oh wow, this place. Wow. I had no idea this place was gone. Wow. And like I said, I think back here, it was always hard to find or hard to see. That's what I kind of liked about it. It was so private. I gotta stop here though. This is crazy. I didn't realize that this place on the top of the mountain. This place didn't make it either. Yeah, it's quite a dramatic view up here actually of Palisade Mountain. As you can see. All blackened as she is. This must have been quite the view from up here. But yeah, back in here you can't even see where it sat, but there's a little rustic cabin. It's burned away. What I was amazed at, I didn't even realize that this place burned up. Wow. I mean, of all the places with a beautiful view, I mean, this place probably had the most dramatic. Now it's just a concrete shell with a metal roof. Still survived, of course. See, the power pole's been downed, replaced with a new one. REA has been pretty on the ball through all this. Yeah, that's unfortunate though. That was like I said, man, I always thought this place was like the most dramatic, like 360 panoramic views up here. Had no idea this place was missing or burned up. More precise. So let's head on down the road. Let's see what else we can see. And then the neighbor's house is just down this hill. And then yeah, these guys too. This was actually the guys on our left here. This is their rental, so we know these people as well. And this was their short-term rental. They went through all these hoops with the county. They jumped through all these hoops to try to get qualified for a short-term rental. And they poured a bunch of money into that place. And now it's no longer there. Unfortunately. But I'm assuming they have, hopefully some pretty good fire insurance. Although, like, some people have been speculating, there's a tree right here, and these cedar trees just are way too flammable. Yeah, some people have speculated that, I guess, like in Estes Park, They don't even have like a lot of those homes. They don't even have insurance, fire insurance anymore because the insurance companies won't cover them. A lot of people have been speculating it's going to be like that up here pretty soon. If not, you know, immediately taking effect. Oh, this place. I had no idea this place was gone. Wow. Big shop. This beautiful log cabin with the view behind me still there, but these guys unfortunately got the brunt of it, it looks like. Wow. That's too bad. You have a big metal shop in the house. It's all gone. Woo. Got a lot of structures back in there. A lot of structures and probably a lot of people's belongings. And the property I'm going to be working on today is right behind me back here. I won't get too close up and personal, as I probably wouldn't enjoy the same if somebody did it to me. But yeah, we'll have to see what they need done here. It looks like they trimmed their grass pretty darn. Yeah, pretty darn short. When they moved out, they had a camper here. The lady must have moved that out. Let's see what they need done. Park on a flat spot just because this truck is a little sketchy sometimes if it's not on a perfectly flat piece of land here. Oh, there it is. They moved the camper up by the house. Okay, maybe they were considering living out of it. Not sure. Okay, let's go see what they need. What they need done. Pulling my own cord. Timber. Whew. Yeah, I think I need to go home and get my chainsaw. There you go. Timber. Mountain storms don't mess around. Holy moly, guys. These rains lately are just insane. Like, just came out of nowhere. And again, this is like the fourth day now. I lost all track, but I think it's like at least the fourth day of torrential downpours since we got back from the mandatory evacuations. And I mean, there's got to be pretty much every day they've had flash flood warnings going on the radio. I'm sure if I turn it on right now, it'll probably be beeping at me again. But it's just weird, guys. Okay. Bill Gates weather modification. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But yeah, I feel really bad for the people who live just down downhill from us right here in the little. It's pretty much like a spillway. In fact, this whole area back here, I'm going to drive through it shortly. It's basically like a big pond. It used to be until it all dried up. And people built their houses on top of it. So the last time we had a major flood, when the whole canyon got washed away and everything, there's people with rivers running through their garages and another home further down downstream that was just completely, the basement was just completely flooded out. And I remember days afterwards they're running water pumps pumping out water from that place. And now we know the lady who moved into that place, and we've been kind of warning her. It's like, you might want to start, what they need is like a big berm, just get a backhoe in there and just dig themselves out a big berm all the way around the house. So the water will run around the house, not straight into the house. But it gets to a point where the groundwater gets so saturated, it'll just come up from the basement, through the concrete even. Or up and over through the window wells, into the basement, and then just fill up the basement like a big swimming pool. Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for those people that are downhill from the massive burn scar right up there on Palisade Mountain, because there isn't a whole lot left to hold in to hold any more moisture, right? There's no plant life left to soak up all of this rain we've been getting, and there's just gotta be. This is my prediction, and it doesn't take a genius, right, to call this one, but there's got to be some. There's going to be some flash flooding, especially if this keeps up every day. It's like you can't rain like this over and over again. Perfectly timed right after a wildfire burned down the whole forest. You can't just keep raining like this and not expect there to be serious flooding as a consequence. Anyway, I'm going to head out because it's sopping wet out here. I need to get my real chainsaw anyway. I can't work with this little electric thing. Thing takes way too much time and effort, so I just got to put the work into it. It's been a while since I've done any tree cutting work, and I've let that chainsaw sit for at least 3-4 years now, so need to tear it all apart, clean out the what's it called? Carburetor, and hopefully get that thing started up again, because that thing will just cut through these little twigs like butter. It'll make the job so much easier. So it helps to have the right tools, guys. That's just lesson of the day. Anyway, I'm gonna head down. I don't know, we'll see if there's any rivers flowing straight into anybody's properties yet, but that was a crazy rain. I don't know how much more of this we can take up here before things start getting a little apocalyptic once again. All right, let's see what's up the road. So yeah, just uphill to the left here, as you can see, there's burn scar, Palisade Mountain. And one whole side of that mountain is just blackened earth. And these people down here are just downhill from that. And this house in front of me with this red Jeep is the guy whose garage there on the left literally had a river going through it the last time we had some serious flooding. So, yeah, I mean, this whole area here is like a big floodplain. It should be, well, you can see all these cottonwoods growing here. It should be basically like a pond, right? Marshland. But, people decided to buy it and build on it, and now that's what you got to deal with. But from what I heard, insurance won't even cover those places for flood because they know better, right? They know that they're in a floodplain. They know that it's just regularly going to flood there. Yeah, insurance won't even like cover those places because they're just so prone to flooding. And yeah, I'm not sure how that works. Like, if you get your house just completely flooded out to the point where it's like condemned, just have to write that off as a total loss or what? any case, they're I guess what I've heard, they're supplying sandbags just for this purpose, to try to preempt some of this flooding. But that's a lot of work too, right? For whoever has to do that, haul sandbags up to their house and strategically position them around the house in certain areas. But this is the reality. This is the new normal after a wildfire. It's just everything's just a little sketch for the next, half a decade or so. Every time you get a serious rain, you just kind of think in the back of your mind, is it time for another? It's time for another fire or another flood. But I haven't been back here yet, so I'm gonna do a little drivity boost since I got you guys along with me. Yeah, I haven't really scoped out this end too much. Bobcat is called the area. I guess there's quite a few houses back here too that got burned up in the fire. So let's see what lies up the road a little ways, eh? We got some radicals right here. I don't know if you can see that, but they had a Kennedy sign in their yard. Who's RFK Jr. again? I don't know. The media won't tell me anything. Never seen him in a debate. You guys see some burn. How far it's spread over here towards what is called Seam Rock right there. This is what we call it anyway. It's pretty common nomenclature. Is that how you say it? Yeah, these trees. Driven over here before. This place got pretty torched. This is the place that was on the news. Helicopter flyover. People found out for the first time that their home was missing on the local nightly news. Let's just see how far we can head on back here and what other kind of construction we can document. Somebody down the ran, I thought, got hit. Maybe not. It doesn't look too bad from here. Check that out again now. This lady on the right's got her art studio. She's a local artist. She actually got some nice publicity out of it, at least, I guess. If that makes up for it, but the local news covered her place. And even showed some of her artwork, so that's kind of nice. I actually bought a string mower from that lady. Looks pretty good too. But yeah, there's the property. Had the fire go right up to the driveway. Yeah, it's near Spruce Mountain. I don't know if anything. I'm assuming something burned to the right side, but I'm gonna go this way first. Green Ridge. I don't know if they got too much fire. I know some of this area did. As you can see, we're right up to that house. And I'm pretty sure this guy on the left that we just passed is one of the locals who stayed. So maybe that's one reason why there's still a house there, you know? Might have fought it off. This fire, this little burn area is all through here. Looks like some burned up debris up here, maybe? Oh, yeah, well. Yeah, well. house is gone. I believe that was just a steel. That was just a steel frame shop. But I'm sure the house, from the looks of it, might be gone as well back there. Yeah, these places are just so. They're just so surrounded by a forest. Actually, it looks like the house might still be there. You can see it down there. Try to drive while I'm like hanging out one side of the vehicle, try to film at the same time. Wouldn't recommend it. Got these woods, you can just see. Scorch, scorch, scorch. I'm trying to get you as many angles as possible. It's kind of probably a little chaotic, but I'm just doing a drive through the day and nothing, I'm not gonna spend too much time. Oh yeah, there was like a little, what was this place? I think it was just a little, there's not much left now. It's a little shed or something. It's like a little propane tank in there. Wow, yeah, just like a little camping spot, basically. It's just beautiful private forested properties back here, though. This big house looks like it survived. I have a feeling these guys might have stayed because they're just kind of like the type of people that look like they're into kind of, a bit independent, you know. Oh, that old pickup truck. The old pickup truck. Looks like that got burned up. See that? Pickup truck got burned up, huh? All these woods. Big house up there. Looks like it survived. That's good. Burnt woods. It's a tiny house thing. Looks like it's survived. See fire on both sides of the road. These woods are just, you know, I mean, look at this. Just as an example here, this is just a little too much, you know. I like privacy and all, but you might want to just clear cut a little bit of these forests. I mean, it's just a little too dense. You can't even walk through that, right, in some places. So yeah, I mean, you know, on some level, just without being too obnoxious, you're just kind of asking for it, you know. If you got woods that dense on your property, I mean, it's like, but the house survives, so hey. Yeah, I mean, that's really, there's not much to stop those fires once they get going through there. Oh, I'm almost getting to the point of the end of this road here. I don't want to drive up somebody's driveway, but look at this place. This is a beautiful property, really. Isn't that nice? Yeah, this is so private back here. Quiet. At least it cleared it out a bit, I guess, the fires. You can see it just went all the way through here. You know, there's like a forest access road, but it's usually gated off at the end of this road. No access, no forest access. People don't like people being back here. I get it. You know, you're this private. You want to be this far away from civilization, and you get a bunch of people trying to come back through here and go hike or something like that. But still, you know, look at that little Mr. Slurry Face now. Mr. Slurry Face got slurried. Okay. I'm gonna turn around right here. These people don't like unwelcome visitors, but you can see this place got a little bit of slurry. sure. Yep, slurry everywhere. Okay. Drive off the road here. A little sketch. Just set my phone down, maybe not. That'd be good. Mr. Slurry Face back there. Mr. Slurry Face. I don't know. I'm just trying to draw some light out of a dark situation. You know how I am. But yeah, there's that. What a crazy road back here. Like, this is my kind of like mountain living back here, man. This is one of those roads where there should be nobody on this road unless they live back here, right? And imagine the peace and quiet these people have back here. You know, at least when there's not a forest fire roaring towards them. But yeah, you can see all these areas burned up. All these houses, though, they look good. For the most part. They survived it somehow. It's pretty remarkable. Yeah, even this guy with the poorly mitigated forest land here. Same thing on the left side here. It's just real dense. Real dense. Thick woods. What? Just a little house there. Pretty remarkable, really. Been doing some cutting here. Some new power poles. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's just how much destruction a fire can bring with it, and how quickly, you know, it can just take everything that you've worked for. Everything that this forest has worked for, right? Like, how many years did it take to grow this many trees, right? This many big, healthy trees. And that's, you know, in my mind, that's one reason why you really want to keep your forest cleaned up, you know? To keep it just, I know it's the more land you have, the more work it is too. My father-in-law is dealing with that a lot. But, yeah, I mean, you just got to keep the brush, you know, to a minimum and clear out just some of the excess trees, you know. I don't know. It's just me getting on my little soapbox, but yeah, thankfully there's not too many back here. There's a couple houses, big shop back there that I saw. Otherwise, I think there is on that road we just passed, which I think links up with Bobcat, right? I don't know if there's anything back there. I don't think there's anything back there. I think it like skipped across right in front of me up here is where it skipped across the fire. Yeah, look how torched up that yard got. So over here to the right, I'm pretty sure they had some damage as well down Wren. We were just on Spruce Mountain. Let's see what Wren looks like. And I do know a guy up here on the right. For some reason I thought I heard his place burn, but I'm not sure. We'll know shortly here, just around this corner. But yeah, a lot of beautiful houses back in here. Oh, he's got some, yeah. I mean, I don't know. This place is still there. That's good. Okay. That's good news, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking of this place that was burned up, and I guess not. I mean, he got to the back of it, for sure. Oh. Okay. Might have damaged the house a little bit. I didn't see much. This is a beautiful place up here. We almost tried to, anyway, purchase this place one time. It had like 5 acres, awesome views. Big house, finished basement, double car garage, the car lift, you know. Everything you could ever want. But yeah, it didn't work out. Couldn't qualify. And this big old geodesic dome greenhouse is still here. It's funny. It'll fall apart as it is. I don't know how much the fire spread this way, but I see some burned trees ahead of us up here. I'm just trying to picture chipmunk. No outlets. Okay. Yeah. Might be it. For houses back this way, at least. Yeah. This cute little cabin. That is awesome. I love that look. That's true rustic mountain living right there. It's ideal. This one in front of me is pretty nice too. But yeah, I think this is, I don't think there's anything more back here, but we'll see shortly. Run up on somebody's driveway, sitting there with a shotgun in his hand. What are you doing back here? You gotta be a little careful back in some of these places. There's a reason why people live back here, right? Like, so far away from humanity, humankind. But yeah, it definitely had fire come through here. You can see all along the sides of the road. That little power line looks pretty toasty. They might want to fix that one. Looks like they might have flagged it. Yeah, there's charred trees and earth everywhere you look. Yeah, so this is like literally this guy's property right here. Okay, turning around. Looks like these guys got lucky again. Or they battled the blaze themselves. That might have been it too. Like I need some steering fluid or something in this thing. It's complaining quite a bit lately, my truck. Well, the rain stopped. So that was quick. So I might actually just head back over there and do a little more shopping. Awesome. Got a nice little red barn. Man, I love that. But look at how mitigated, you know what I mean? Like, look at this. Compares to those other woods back there. Look at these guys, right? Now that is being a responsible. That's being a responsible landowner up here in the Rockies. Right there. I mean, that's a pretty good example. But isn't that property beautiful? Cool view. I just wanted to show you a Palisade from here. Right there in the top right. It's a nice cool day right now though. Whew. It's perfect for working outside. So I should probably get back to work, you know. Stop piddling around trying to keep up the dream of ever getting monetized for all the content that I put out, right guys? Yeah, sometimes you gotta get back to the real world and realize, yeah, groceries aren't gonna pay for themselves, are they? Or the bills or whatever else. The cars are breaking down left and right, like my truck, my other white truck. It's starting to slip in third gear now. That's like a $7,000 fix. Oh, I got black stuff all on my face, but hey, it makes me look like a manly Republican, right guys? Token tough guy. That wasn't intentional, trust me. Man, those trees are so messy. Working with those charred branches and stuff, it's hard. I got it all over myself. That's why I wore black today. Yeah, I mean, there's a big night and day difference between those two properties, right? The one that I showed you with the thick, dense trees and everything, and then that awesome little square log cabin. Grass cut down about that short, and just sparse trees, but the trees that are there are nice and healthy, right? Because they don't have as much competition for one thing. And for another thing, you know, the fire didn't have enough fuel to just go blazing through there. Somebody lost a strap, it looks like. Shoot, I have to pick that up. I could use another strap. I've been like making a habit of this lately, haven't I? Just finding things, pick them up. Hope I don't get hit by a car. Should be good. Okay. Okay. Whew. I'm always up for a free handout now and then, right guys? Buy me a coffee if you so feel inclined. I don't consider that a free handout though. I put a lot of time into this show, but you know, whatever. Give me a tip, right? Consider me a street performer, and I got a hat out on the ground here. And I'm just asking for a few dollar bills now and then, guys. That's all I'm asking. Well, I got the old chainsaw up and running again. All I had to do was I opened up the flywheel compartment there for the string pole, and I Just made sure to loosen up the flywheel a little bit. Took off the spark plug, polished it up just a tiny bit, poured a little bit of a like half and half 2-stroke oil gas mix into the spark plug hole there. And what else did I do? Of course, I put fresh gasoline, fresh oil in it because it was completely drained. I mean, that thing had been sitting there for like 5 years, probably, total. And I just sprayed out the carburetor a little bit with some carb cleaner, and that started right up, guys. So that's awesome. That'll make this job go so much smoother, so much faster. Hopefully I can get most of it done this evening here. It's perfectly cool weather with this big cloud blocking out the sun. And yeah, let's see if I still got it in me. The old like the lumberjack days when I was a young little spunky gung-ho type of tough guy. Yeah, man, I still got shoulder problems from all that, by the way. You only be a tough guy for so long, guys, before you get old and you're like, all right, time to hang up the hat, right? Anyway, yeah, we're almost there. Again, these guys, their porch, the corner of the porch back there, just got torched. So they're gonna have to replace that. Looks like they already cut off the little square section there to replace. A lot of these people, some of these properties, they haven't been visited. In fact, there's one on my left here, the cool little cabin that's no longer there, I don't think. And the one up ahead with the panoramic views. From what old George was telling me there, these people, they don't even live in this state. I think they're from like down south somewhere, he said, Louisiana or something like that. And so they might not even know like that their place looks like this right now. So that's gonna be a shock to say the least. And that's, I think, a common factor even with that old place that we used to rent from. You know, I think it's just the common factor with all these houses that burn down. For the most part, not all of them probably, but for the most part, in fact, I know not all of them, but for the most part, a lot of these were just kind of neglected. You know, they were owned, but their owners weren't around very often, right? To mitigate, to keep the grass mowed, to keep the trees, the tree limbs all gathered up and removed from the properties. And so, yeah, you're gonna have a fire. And if everything's too close to the house, you're gonna have a house fire. So anyway, we're almost here. I gotta get back to work. This is gonna be so much funner with a real chainsaw, right, guys? Good old gas guzzling, stinky, oil burning, noisy, good old fashioned steel chainsaw. Let's get it. Let's hit it. Trust me, if you don't mitigate, the firefighters are not going to discriminate when it comes to eliminating things that they see as a potential fire risk. I know that I should be a rapper. I know. Yeah, like all these little beautiful trees over here. Or rather, it might be chokecherries. All these were cut. Big pile in here by, I believe, firefighters trying to defend the property line here. Alright, it's looking better at least. A lot more clear. less things for the fires to burn. You can see here where they had some of those underground root fires. And those can keep smoldering for like weeks after a fire, but thankfully we've had all this rain. And I think it helped out quite a bit. Make sure all those are put out. There's more holes over here. Yeah, literally the whole root system will just burn out. See this right here? This is all fire fuel. It's a lot of fuel for a fire. Those are just those bottom branches for the most part. You see, you already got to work without me, man.
Yep.
Can't leave you alone for a second, can I?
That damn hair bolts are that cut like nothing.
Yeah, that thing looked pretty sharp.
Yeah.
That's gonna wear out your shoulder after.
Yeah. I used to cut, no, we cut timber. We didn't have chainsaw, so we had, you know,
One of those big
chain,
old.
and I used bigger 36-inch bolt saw to cut the cut them faster than the big saw.
Really? Wow. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
That took some muscle.
Yeah, not you let the saw do the work, you know.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
with the axe.
Yeah.
A lot of people have it, but let the axe do the work itself when you're swinging it.
Right?
But a lot of
can't-
people like to bang, 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 you know.
I can't imagine before there were power tools how people
Yeah.
put all that stuff together. Those little screwdrivers that are hand
Oh,
powered.
yeah. I worked with a lot of that stuff. I
Yeah.
even made cabinets and stuff using skill saw or hand saw.
That's cool.
But
That's a lost art, man, for sure.
a lot
So
of
you
that
want me to just-
workmanship has disappeared. You don't have
you
it
see.
anymore.
Yeah, China in some sense puts us to shame with all the stuff that they can whip out.
Yeah.
All the machining that they do in that country and stuff.
And that takes too long time, and not like we got timber.
Yep.
We were assigned the trees we got to cut was park, selected. And we were supposed to drop the trees so we didn't damage anything else,
Yep.
you know. But after we quit, I was back in Norway, they used machinery that tore the hell out of everything.
Yeah. I've seen some of those big.
Yeah, we went up in the mountain. I was my son-in-law, hauled wood many years ago.
Yeah.
They tore the hell out of that place.
Really? Yeah. I've seen some of those heavy machines that can just grab onto a stump and cut it in pieces.
Yeah.
Those big machines.
No, I've seen in Canada, they cut the tree partially off The helicopter come and clamped it and snapped it off and hauled the whole damn thing over.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh, I better.
Here's the reason why I quit doing tree trimming service. That's hard work, guys. I don't know if the pay's worth it, really. You know, however many times I thought I might skip the blade and saw into my own ankle or something like that. I just don't know if it's worth it. Anyway, yeah, it's day one. Probably be here for another 2 days at least, cleaning all this mess up. But the homes will keep getting built, won't they? They'll keep on building them. Yeah, these guys are whipping out that place pretty quick. Hearing a bunch of pounding. Some people speaking Spanish. Size house, man. Nice. Looks like a double car garage. Yeah, that is one big house. Seems like that's all that can live up here anymore is the rich folks. Only people that can buy land anyway. Well, it's like 80 grand an acre up here. My truck is really protesting today, and it's getting kind of old. Anyway, job well done, right, guys? Ain't nothing like a hard day's work. Put you to sleep at night like a baby.